Hello, everybody, and welcome to Elena For Reels. I am so excited to bring to you tonight my junior students who are now adults.
Wow.
My
Hey
first
guys.
panelist today is Eloisa, a new mom, and Gra Filomeno. She is now a successful businesswoman and a makeup artist. And Erica, she's a beauty queen, a former beauty queen. And she is also a mom. And our very lovely and sultry Veve Loves. Hello,
Yes,
everybody.
sultry.
Thank
Hi.
you so much for your joining me tonight. I'm so excited to interview you all about your wonderful relationship. You have been friends for a long time, and
Yes.
unfortunately, one of their friends, Lala, can't make it tonight. So now, as a background, I mentioned earlier that the reason why I gathered you all together is so that you guys can talk more about your friendship. Friends are the families that we have that you get to pick, that you get to choose. Because families, you're born in a family that sometimes, unfortunately, some members of the family we don't get along well with, but we have to accept them because they
Yeah.
are blood relatives and their families. But with friends, we have the right to choose. So my question to you guys: how did you all ended up as friends, and if any one of you remember when you exactly become friends?
I actually can't
Puti,
remember the exact year that we
mahirap.
became
Because of the
friends.
anesthesia.
Twice. Yeah, the anesthesia I got twice. Well, actually, I also consider them family that I have no choice because I grew up with them at church and we've been yeah, so ever since I was a kid, maybe I was 3 years. I don't remember my age that
3 years
time.
old. Wow.
Yes, because I was a born Adventist, so I was with them since I got my consciousness as a child. So, and they were my classmates since grade roll and in kindergarten at church. So I grew up with them.
Well, if you're a kid, you don't decide or ask people if you can be friends with them. Like, you don't get to ask them, hey, can we be friends? It just happened. So it
Mhm.
happens in the
Yes.
process. Well, you don't really have a choice. Nagdudugo na isip
See?
ko. You really don't have a choice because you're a kid. It
Yes.
happened instantly.
As long as you
Well,
get
you
along
just
very
play along
well.
together and as you get older, then you share your life's milestones with them and you
Yeah.
just keep them as your friends.
Okay. How about
And I
Grace?
thank you.
Next
Sorry,
question.
Erica. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll I'll let Bebe answer that.
Kailangan natin panindigan to.
It's so hard to speak in English, you know. I'm not used to this. Well, as
Grace.
Eloisa said, no, we don't have any choice, so we're stuck together.
We're
Before
stuck.
Bebe answers, I like what Erica said that you don't really get to choose your friends when you are at a very young age, and then you just end up like, oh, we click and then we're just friends. But how about you, Be? I know you grew up in the church too. You're a born Adventist, just like Eloisa.
Uh, Grace and Lala, we were actually neighbors, right?
Oh
So
yes, I remember.
Grace's
Oo nga
house is just
pala.
on the other side of the road in San Rafael. And I think I'm only 3 years old when we moved to Montalban. So from then, almost 3 decades, right? I'm 34. So almost actually 3 decades. So I like that statement. Like we don't have a choice. I'm actually snub, right? I'm straightforward. Actually, there's someone who told me na, I really don't know why you have so many friends because you're like that. I think my friends
Wow.
chose to be my friends, like they don't have any choice. Char. So
Yeah.
I think acceptance, Char.
So can I safely say, Grace, that because you and Ruth were neighbors when you were growing up, so you weren't friends because you're neighbors or friends because you were in the church together?
I think it's
Church.
because we go to church, like,
It's still the
yeah.
church. So
Mm-hmm.
everybody has the common denominator of going to the same church.
Mm-mm.
Okay, now as you grow older, I noticed that the bond grew stronger. Is it because still of the church, or you just end up liking each other? You obviously stick together.
Yeah, actually, as we grow older, it's been our choice to stick together. Maybe because we had a strong foundation, like we had shared same interests and same activities when we were younger, and then we grew into it, and maybe that's also the reason why we're still friends up to now.
I agree.
So you were friends from 3 years old, then became teenagers, and then you start to have crush in the church or outside the church, like either in school. Who was the first one among you? Oh my goodness! Look at those mysterious smiles. Who among the four of you kind of got like the first one to feel that, oh, I like somebody either in the church or in school? And who do you remember who you first approached and tell, or was it always like a group?
That would be Bebe.
Yes, this Bebe. Actually,
One
it's
of the youngest, I think,
it's Bebe who has a very obvious crush with because
don't think
sometimes
that's
our own crush we
maybe
keep it to
not
I thought
ourselves,
it
but
was
Bebe,
Lala.
yeah,
okay. Because I
yeah,
don't
it
know.
was Lala, but Lala
Uh,
kasi maybe she kept it a secret, but Bebe, you know, it's very obvious.
showy, showy type. Like, she
I'm
would tell
exclusive.
us, ha? Di ba you would
I
tell us na, I have a crush on,
I
Should I
couldn't
name
recall
names?
who
name drop
is
na
Bebe's
ba? Name
crush
drop
back
na?
You
then.
can I'll just I'll put it on our chat
I
room.
could remember Lala's and
Who are his
Eloisa's.
happy
So
memories
Lala
of
and
that?
Yeah.
Eloisa were
I
the
do
first one
remember
to.
it well.
Did they
I
approach
think
you,
only
Erica,
Yeah,
and tell you that who their crush were?
Lala and
Just
Eloy.
knows.
Um,
Wait lang.
actually, you don't. They didn't tell that. Oh, I like this. I like ano. I like ganyan. It just kind of circulated within us. Like, oh,
Yeah.
si ganyan. Ano, ano.
Oh,
Yeah. We
Oh,
felt
really?
it
okay.
Oh,
within
okay.
ourselves.
what happened to
Yeah.
my past? Everyone
Then
knows
yung
it.
ano, tuksuhan. We get
Mm.
to
Yes.
tease each other, and then we often tease each other with their respective crushes.
Hindi din
Okay,
kasi,
now question,
hindi Ate Ni, kasi we're close din dun sa mga boys. Like sila Engel before,
Okay,
sila
let's name
Uh-huh.
names.
Herbert.
Let's name names.
Sorry,
Ah,
You
sorry,
want
name
to
sorry.
names
Sila
na.
Okay.
We're
Daniel, di
have
dropping names
names
ba?
na.
here?
They will know.
Mm-mm.
So did the boys know that you like them? Did the
No.
boys know?
No, I don't think
Ah,
so.
who was the first one to have a like, girls? I have a crush.
Bebe.
It
I
was
think
Bebe
Lala.
talaga. It was
Is it
Bebe.
is it Bebe?
She's so vocal
Well,
about her crush.
Lala. I think
Oo.
I think
they were
Lala.
the same. Is the difference is that
Mm.
Lala is very kind of secretive, but Bebe
Mm.
is just it's all out. Everyone knows what her crush
Oh.
I
is.
couldn't remember who
Okay,
her
I'm
crush
curious
was.
about Bebe because sometimes I guess you girls are fortunate because it was in the church, and the person that you are attracted to is in the church. So now the question is, when somebody say kind of like bashes you, like, oh, she's just so giggly, like I don't like girls like that. Do you come together to protect her, like
No,
cover her and protect her? How's your
No,
friendship when it comes to that?
we
We take those
we
up.
don't have any
Okay.
restrictions or borders back then. Well, we were kids, so
Mm-hmm.
we laugh
yeah
it out, and then we tease each other.
teasing each
So
other.
it's just that.
Ah. But how
You
about when other
really don't get
people?
to think.
I mean, with your own group.
Yeah, within our own group, but we don't tell it to other people outside our group.
Ah.
We don't
Mm.
announce it to the whole church.
Because they know already.
They kind of know about it.
Yeah.
The one thing I can remember vividly is Erica is more of a tomboy.
Yes,
She was so snooty.
he was the one who
I
Like
kicked a
remember
guy.
punching
I
someone.
think
You kick someone on the
I will
shin.
name I will name this guy. Ha. I think Engelbert has a crush on you. Engelbert ba or
Yeah.
No.
Herbert?
Yes.
Yes.
Ay,
I know
sorry,
one. I
sorry,
know one of
sorry.
the. I know one of
Same
the.
Kay
same
One of
Eloy.
them.
family.
Kay, kay Elo yun ate ni.
Sige,
Ah,
magpapangalanan
okay.
tayo.
And
Buti na lang
then,
naka-headset ako.
but my goodness,
I remember
Erica's demeanor
punching
was like this,
punching him.
Yes.
like she would always be so serious and like, and I think she even punched him.
Yes.
I remember
I
it. She
punch.
Punch or
even punched
kicked
him.
him.
No,
Yeah,
I punch
yeah.
him like lower cut.
No,
Yeah, yeah, I remember. I could relate to that because I punched a guy also who liked me. So I was like,
Yeah.
like you like me, okay, punch. Okay, now that you are moms, except of course with our baby loves, did the friendship suffer because your marital status changed? Who was the first one to marry? Was it Grace?
It was
Me.
Yeah, I
Grace.
think I remember
Yeah.
Grace.
Grace. Yeah,
I
she
married
fell in
young.
love first with a very handsome, soon to be concejal ba?
True.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hoping.
You were the first one to get married. Did you have a baby right away?
Yeah.
Was the marriage and was becoming a mommy, has becoming a mommy affected your friendship with them? Like in terms of like you want to go out. I think because right now it's COVID, so you can't basically go out, especially when you're in quarantine. But just those were pre-COVID days. So did it ever happen that the husband told you like, "Hey, you should stay home with me and the baby," and or was he very supportive of your social life?
Yeah. We had a lot of arguments before. When we were just starting out because he was kind of protective sa mga friends ko because he knows na I love them. Parang ganon. Tapos
Mm-hmm.
um may mga times na they would we will be planning a dinner or lunch tapos I won't be able to come with them kasi nga I have a baby. So
Mm.
yeah.
Aha.
Somewhat may time na ganon na I had to you know not go with them.
How about you guys? Like, say, for example, Ruth, and because I know at that time, I think Erica was living abroad na at that time. So, how about Eloisa and Lala, and well, Lala's not here, and Ruth? How did you react when she would always cancel on your lunch dates? Were you understanding of her new status?
Yes, we do understand. I guess our friendship was still the same. It just um it took a different angle, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So we would understand, and we would just set a different days maybe, or go to their house. Well,
Yun.
Because she can come to you guys for lunch, and you decide to come to her. What happens, Grace? How does the hubby reacts to that?
Eh, what do you think, Eloy? You
she would
answer
cook for
that.
she would cook for
Grace.
us.
Yeah.
We would raid their house, sleep in their house. We'd take an afternoon nap during
Ah.
Sabbaths. Yes,
Oh, it happens always on Saturday,
yes,
lunchtime,
yes, or
yan,
dinner
our
maybe.
dinner. It's,
Mhm.
it's always like that. And then when they come, and because they're always bringing their hobbies also. So
Yes,
my hobby has someone to talk to like yung mga hobbies
yes.
nila.
Mm.
It's been
Yeah.
they're friends din naman.
Oo. Parang
Also,
yung friends namin, kaming mga friends, tapos yung mga hobbies namin, naging circle of friends na rin sila. Ganun
Oh.
Extension.
siya. Mm.
Okay, Erica, I think Erica's status changed. Erica's marital status changed while she was abroad. Is that correct, Erica?
Kind of on the
Okay.
last
So,
part.
but when
Yeah.
you get back to the Philippines, did you introduce to them right away? Because I'm pretty
Hindi.
sure you
No.
guys look at all the angry faces. I think it answers my question.
They haven't met him yet
Until now?
because
Yeah.
personally no. They haven't met
Ah,
him
okay.
yet.
Well, may I ask if there's like a problem meeting, or is it because of just the COVID taking?
I think it's just the timing because
Uh-huh.
when I got pregnant, I went back to the Philippines, and well, the guy just stayed here for a couple of months and he went back abroad.
Mm-hmm.
And after a few months, he came home again,
Mm-hmm.
and then we went home to Bulacan here in his hometown. So we didn't really had the time to get together and formally introduce him to through his Facebook, through my photos on Facebook. So I
Mm-hmm.
think they have a tiny idea of how my life is and how we were. Well, that goes the same for every one of us because we don't really see or talk each other that much. But I know
Mm-hmm.
that, well, the friendship is still there.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
When we get to talk to each other and, well,
As if
hang
nothing.
around like this
Yes.
virtually, there's a part of you that they know that nobody knows. And
Mm-hmm.
they, because you've been with them since you were a kid, it's still the same, although a lot of things have changed already. So I will introduce him to you when the this COVID pandemic eases
Yes,
down.
I look forward to meeting all the
Yes.
husbands. So how about Ruth? Like, now that you have your partners, you have your husbands, you have your lovey-dovey hobbies, and you have this. And when I say this, this is not to look down on you, Ruth. That you are still single. So, does it help, or does it even make it worse that these friends of yours have husbands? And of course, there would be times probably that they would say something, this is a problem issue in the marriage, and probably it has caused you to think more. That did the friendship, did the marriages of your friends affect your choice of the man that you'll eventually settle with?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So,
Pressure.
so
So prepared. So, kung ano pa pala ng tanong na yun. Of course, I have
say
my
that again.
own list, negotiable and non-negotiable. Okay. I have my own list. I have negotiable and non-negotiable. So, looking at their husbands and based on my observations and based on the time that we are, let's say we're going outside, we're going to have bondings or dinners. Of course, I'm observant. So there are some instances or some conflicts. Actually, they are sharing those to me. I don't know. Sorry, mga husbands.
Mhm.
So I got the idea of like, okay, I should take note of that. Okay, I should be more patient. Parang hindi ko talaga kaya, kaya siguro I'm still single because I don't have patience.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll give example. For example, for Grace. Okay, where's Gra? Ayan. I'm
What?
not we all have our flaws, or we all have perspective when it comes to other people. But on my point, it's just that if you are not, or if you don't know the person that well, so I think you're not supposed to give judgment on your first meetup. He's actually like me. I understand him on that aspect. And so in my on that question, if it affects my preferences when it comes to husband. So if I am like Jerry, because I should settle with someone like Grace, who is more patient or who is more understanding. And when it comes to Eloy, I can see Elton is very sweet. Where's Elton? He's very sweet. He's
It's
also
here.
patient. He's here. He's there. Okay, and so on my point with Eloisa, we are both strong. We are both
Mhm.
straightforward. We're so maldita.
Mhm.
We're so maldita. So
No
on my
doubt, no
perspective,
doubt.
I need to
Okay,
get
100%
someone
agree.
like Yes, I'm actually considering those. I need to get something, someone like Elton who can, even if Eloisa is nagging him, he will just stare at him and,
Oh my
okay, mom.
gosh. Okay.
So I should settle with a man who is patient enough. So I have a
Ah.
set of, maniwala man kayo, nagte-take note talaga ako.
Yeah, no,
So
I
yun,
mean,
malaki talaga
that's
yung
that's
effect niya.
that's why I wanted to know because your friends got married way ahead of you. This is not to put you on the spot. You have the choice to be single and probably the wisest choice. But the question is like, will the relationships with that you see help you? So I think because of that, it's making it positive. So you have to introduce him to us soon. That's the pressure. But I think since you haven't since we haven't met or you haven't met Erica's, I guess you will not be able to see the positives of Erica's lovey-dovey.
A lot of nagging as well.
Lot of nagging as well. And as patient.
He seems
Okay.
nice.
Grace, do you nag Jericho?
Bebe, you answer. No, no, I'm not that
No.
kind of person, Ate Nick.
Talaga?
She's very
Yeah.
patient and
Yes.
understanding.
Thanks,
Mm.
Bev. Oh, yes.
Oh, talaga?
Ikaw na,
No.
pasensyosa.
The reason I'm because I'm not that patient and understanding yet. Char.
Since Bebe is very active in her social media. Pre-COVID time, she would always go out of the country. She has her own money to spend. And the same thing with you girls. You're all working, which I'm very proud of you. Now the question is, do you girls feel jealous because she can always go anytime she wants to? Did you ever
Yeah.
feel that way?
Yes.
Honestly,
Yes.
Yeah.
let's just be honest.
No.
Yes, of course. I wish that I had time to do that. And I'm very
Mm,
happy for her.
yeah.
Sorry. Actually, I'm proud of her because yeah, I'm proud of you because you get to do what you want, and it seems that you're enjoying every trip that you embark on, and you're having fun with your friends because that's how it should be when you're single.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm proud that you're having fun and living your life to the fullest. So after this COVID, you should take more trips.